Well, we're back at it. After a week of stress. I guess not a full week, but 2 days of stress. We had a tank to install at a guy's house, and wow. I knew it was going to be a tight spot to begin with. We had a really beautiful garden that he didn't want to get wrecked, so we came up with a plan so that we only wrecked a little bit of it, and he was okay with the plan. The other quotes that he got, firstly, they were extremely high. He showed me the quotes, and I was blown away. I just don't understand. I don't understand how anybody could charge what these. There was two specific quotes. What these two quotes were. They were almost double what mine was, and I'm still making money, good money, on this job. So, anyways, we came up with a plan, and once we started digging, we quickly had to come up with another plan. So where we were going to put the tank, we discovered two water lines that we don't know what they were or where they went. As far as he knew, and as far as I could see, they didn't go anywhere. As far as I could see, they weren't connected to anything. I was pretty confident of that, but we didn't want to touch them anyway. So we decided to move the tank ahead of where we were going to put it, which was going to impact his garden, but we weren't going to hit any water lines, and we shouldn't have had any issues. So we went to dig there, and we ran into a 4-inch PVC line. No idea what it was. He didn't know what it was. To me, it looked like potentially a weeping tile that came from maybe a window well or something. But in the direction that it traveled, it really didn't seem like it came from there. And none of his downspouts were connected to any weeping tile. So we ended up deciding to put the new tank almost exactly where the old tank was. So we did have to remove the old tank. Instead of just crushing it and leaving it there, we had to remove it. So that wasn't a big deal. In doing so, we were able to dig near the existing weeping tile and see that there was no weeping tile connected in the direction that we found that other piece. So that wasn't connected. We still have no idea what that was. The house is quite old, probably late 60s, mid 70s, I'm just guessing, but who knows what was there. Previous owners, not sure. We know they did have irrigation, but that was a lot closer to the surface, and it was disconnected. It wasn't used anymore. Anyways, long story short, we decided to put the tank where the old one was, which is a fine spot. The reason we didn't decide to do that, firstly, was because there was a deck right there along the side of that tank. And this tank was deep. The existing tank was quite a bit smaller than the one we had to install, and it was still at 12 feet to the bottom of it. So if we dig that out that close to the deck, there's a good chance of that side sloughing and the deck not being supported anymore. We didn't have a choice. So we dug. course, it did slough a little bit, about 1.5 feet, to the point where the one corner of the deck's not supported anymore. So we ended up putting a jack in back further to help support the deck, which worked. In the end, because the drain line from the house came down at a fairly steep angle, my new tank ended up being close to 16 feet deep. I don't even have that reach on my excavator, so I had to dig myself down 3 feet, and even at that, I was just able to dig it, and it was soft, it was wet, and things were caving in, and it was so stressful. So we had the truck come to drop the tank off. There was a power line there. I had to lift up the power line with a piece of PVC pipe so that the operator could get underneath it. And we got the tank in just in time. We got the tank set, and that one wall caved in. It couldn't have been better, to be honest. I mean, not great, but all things considered, tank was in place, everything was good. So that was 2 days of stress. Yeah. Once we got that tank in, it was a relief. We got everything connected. I came back the next day to do a little bit of backfilling and cleaning up. I mean, it's still a mess. The ground there was so wet. Clay is just soupy, not soupy, but just really, really wet. But the homeowner, he knew it was going to be a bit of a mess, and he was going to have to fix his garden. So he's got a little tiller there. He's going to keep tilling it so it stays nice and soft, and it's going to settle over time, and then he's going to slowly start putting topsoil in there and getting his garden back. So he's okay with it. It doesn't look good. I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, it's hard to see that job go from a beautiful garden to such a mess. So, either way, the tank is in, the tank is connected, the alarm's in, everything's in. Inspection passed, as it always does. And we're done. Excellent. Anyway, on to today, Monday morning. I come to Nordegg I usually leave around 4 o'clock. Today I left a little later. I took off, drove a little ways, realized I didn't have my phone. So I went home to get my phone, got my phone. I thought, should I even bother going today? Maybe I should just leave today, call it a write-off, and go in on Tuesday. But I thought, no, I'll get going. So I went, got on the road, got down the road a little ways, realized I forgot my bag. Turned around to get my bag. Got home and I thought, no, I'm not doing it. I'm going to wait till tomorrow. There's got to be a sign. Something's keeping me home. Well, I don't know what it was, but I stuck it out for the rest of the day, and I took off this afternoon, and we're on our way back. We're almost there now. And we're going to start doing some trail building. So Nate didn't get the top or the entrance to the trail finished yet. He was concentrating on just making a few changes along the trail. So I don't know what changes he's made, so that's going to be interesting. Can't wait to see. But the entrance to the trail, whatever it is, 50, 75 feet, I'm not sure. I'm going to finish that. I'm going to start that tomorrow, and probably be 2 days work there. And then I'm not sure if we're moving on to another trail or if we still got some things to touch up on this one. I'm not 100% sure what the plan is, but I'd like to get that entrance to this trail done. And yeah, that trail, I don't really know what the plan is, if it's going to be opening right away or if they're going to do some handwork on the trail first. I don't really know. But as for machine work, it should be done in a couple days, so that's going to be awesome. I know we are onto another trail that should be this week. So anyway, back to the fun work. It's really all fun, to be honest. Just a couple stressful days. I guess it comes with the territory. You're going to have jobs like that. When it came down to it, and the tank was, as soon as the tank was in, everything's stress-free. Hook it up, do a nice job, and backfill it. So that's what we did. And the homeowner's super happy because he was aware of the risks. The deck, he has got a concrete patio that didn't really get affected. So he's super happy right now. And the other two quotes he got, not only were they high, they were super high, but both of the quotes he got, the guys that came in said they were going to tear up his whole yard. His whole entire garden would be gone. They basically weren't interested in working with him at all. They both said they were going to come in, they were going to park in a certain area, they were going to dig out the old tank, put the new tank in, and they were going to destroy his whole garden. He had nice, beautiful trees in there. They were going to destroy those, and they really didn't care. When I do my work, yes, there's going to be damage. Yes, the yard is going to be a mess after. It's just, that's part of digging and putting in a new tank and a new field. That's what you're gonna make a mess. That's just how it is. But I'm not in the business of wrecking people's yards more than I have to. I'm here to do a job, do it to the best of my ability, and to make as least of a footprint as possible. I know this video is a bit of a rant, but I don't think companies like myself that are working for individual homeowners, I don't think they should have that mindset that they're just there to make a mess and not care at all. There's so many different ways to do these installations that there's no need to. This guy had a very large garden, and he had grass off to one side, and that was a perfect spot for me to pile my dirt. Was it a little inconvenient? Yes. Was it tight? Yes. Did it add to the stress? Yes. But at the end of the day, the guy has to spend a lot less hours fixing his garden, a lot less money fixing his garden, and we have a happy customer. And we're likely going to get more business from that area because he's super happy. He's going to pass out my card. He's going to give my name out to people. And you build a friendship. You didn't just do a job for a guy and take off, get paid and take off. You built a friendship. This guy's into building cars. Well, I'm building a truck right now, or trying to. I don't know where I'm going to find time to do it, but trying to. And so we related on that. And so now you have a friendship, you connected with another interest, now you're friends. And this guy's super happy. So I don't know where people think that they can just come in and wreck people's yards and not give a shit about it. Because how do you get business? How does your business continue? I just don't understand that. And I'm glad that job got done. I'm also glad to be back here building mountain bike trails. I don't know how long this is going to last, but right now it's awesome. I'm enjoying it. It's stress-free. Not that I'm not a big stress kind of guy. I don't usually get stressed. You have your good days, you have your bad days, but I don't usually get stressed. This was the first job in a long time that I was stressed out. But this is a good little change of pace. I'm enjoying it. And we're going to continue it for this season, see how it goes. And we'll take you along for the ride. And we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. Peace out. Well, I guess I might as well show you. We've started a new climb trail, dedicated climb trail. If you look up there, there's some people trying to climb this. I don't know whatever you call this. It's a quad trail, really, but it's pretty steep and it's long. So I'll turn you around. I'll show you this new part of this new trail. Anyway, it kind of crisscrosses this existing up track, but yeah. So it actually starts down there and comes across this way through there, and then it's coming through here. And I've just started this. This is probably the mid section, I guess. And Nate is going to be starting down that way, working his way up. This is it here. It's going to be a lot nicer than climbing that steep climb all the way. Got a little bit cut in here so far, but not a lot. It's kind of slow going here today. I'm not sure why, but it just is. But yeah, we'll have some drainage right here. I don't know if you can see this dip, but there'll be a dip there. That's where the trail comes up this way. So there'll be a dip there and another one here. So all that water will run down here. And a lot of it will stay off this corner. Yeah, not 100% sure I like this corner yet. The layout is nice, but I think I need to berm it just a little bit more. It is an upchuck, so it doesn't need much of a berm, but maybe just need to mellow this section out a little bit. Not sure, but yeah, so I'm up there cutting the rest of this section in, and I'll be working my way back here now to start fine-tuning it. But that's the start of the, I don't know what it's going to be called, but climb trail anyway. Well, it's raining today. Not exactly right now, but it has been raining all day. So what do you do when it's raining? You go buy a new truck. Pretty happy with this. I've been looking for a while, and yeah, just couldn't tick all the boxes, and the prices were kind of high, and this one just popped up yesterday, and it ticks every single box. Price was right, and it's mint, man. It looks like it's a year old, and it's not. These guys were meticulous. All their equipment was spotless. All of their sheds, their shops, whatever you want to call it, you could eat off the floor. So anyway, I was pretty happy. Picked this up. It's got a couple little things that need to be touched up on it, and I think these guys would have done it, but because they bought a new one and they were going to sell this, they kind of left it. So yeah, the rad cap is reservoir cap is leaking, so just slightly. We're gonna get that taken care of. And what else? Oh, the speedometer isn't working, so we gotta get that figured out. But everything else works, even the cruise control, air conditioning. Can't believe it. And it comes with a massive tank and pump, so that right there is $2,500. And I'll be making use of that for sure, so I'm pretty pumped about this one. So, driving along here, and the second time now this has happened. So the speedometer and the RPM gauge don't work when you start the truck. Seems to take about 10-15 minutes of driving, and then they kick in. So not exactly sure what that is, but it is nice if they do kick in. Yeah, and the coolant's coming from the reservoir cap. It's just a tiny little bit, just enough that I could smell it. So I opened it up and I could see just a little tiny puddle on top of the reservoir, so I can see where it's coming from. And the only other issue is it pulls to the right a little bit, and I think it's been doing that for a while because the tires are cupped. I guess they didn't bother fixing it. Not sure why. It looks like they fixed everything else as soon as there was an issue. Everything was just really, really good shape. So make use of that for sure. It's not going to stay on the truck, but I'm going to make use of it. That tank there, I could fill that 1 year, or in the beginning of the season, and that'll take me through the rest of the summer for my equipment anyway. But yeah, everything else is awesome. Pretty happy with this. I'm glad I held out and waited. We're gonna get it home, not this week, next week, and we'll go over it and fix those little things. Then it'll be ready to go. I guess I'm working in the clouds this morning.